Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be processing apricots and I want to show you some of my favorite things to do with them. To start, I give them all a thorough washing to make sure that there's no debris and any bugs are off of them. Then I trim off all the speckles to make sure that I have a nice clean product to work with, and I take out the pits to ensure I have a smooth sauce for later. Once I've done all of this, then I gather up all the apricots and I take some of them and put them into jars, and I add white grape juice. You can use whatever you want, but this is my preferred. And these will make wonderful for fresh eating or to put in yogurts after they've been canned. Once I've done this, then I'm going to take some bags and I'm going to label them with the date and what's in them so I make sure that I don't lose track. And then I'm going to fill them with apricots. These I will use for smoothies or to make an apricot ice cream with, which is one of my personal favorites. And it's so nice to have in the summer. Okay, then with the rest of them, I'm going to pop them all in a blender, and I'm going to fill it mostly to the top, but I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then I'm going to blend it up until it's nice and thin. A nice workable sauce, but make sure to double check and make sure you don't get pits in there because it will ruin your whole entire batch. Once all your apricots are blended nicely, you can set it aside and start prepping your other ingredients. So I like to add pineapple juice because it helps it have a nice little extra flavor, and then I also add pectin to thicken it up. This is my preferred kind, but I'm sure there's other kinds you can use that will work just fine. I personally like to mix my pectin in with my pineapple juice before I put it in the apricot syrup so it can dissolve to make sure that my syrup is nice and smooth and it doesn't have weird clumps of pectin, which can make the texture kind of funky and not as nice. Once that's done, I add in my apricot into a pot, and then I add in my pineapple and pectin mixture before I start to heat it up. I also add some lemon juice, which will help prevent it from browning too much. Once that's done, you bring it to a boil and then add your sugar in right away. Then you're going to just let it come to a boil once more and leave it for 1 minute or until it starts to froth and come up to the top like this one is. Then you're going to turn it off right away so it doesn't spill over. Then you're going to add it into your jars. But here's a tip. Make sure to add in small increments because it is hot and it might crack your jars if you don't. Then thoroughly wipe down everything so there's no debris that could get in the way and damage your seal. Then add on top of your lids and your rings, but make sure to make your rings finger tight only so that it doesn't break your seal when you take them off after canning. After that, just pop them in the canner, lower it down, and put the lid on. After that, you're just going to go through your basic canning processes and then take the jars out, set them on a towel that's pre-prepped, and you're done. Carefully take off your lids and then label them so you don't lose track of what they are later. I'm super happy with my haul for the day, and I know later I'll be so thankful for the hours I put in a day. If you have any questions, will have the full recipe in the description below. Bye guys!